can feel the floor. It's perfectly straight.
Yeah.
What's kind of weird that I'm seeing here is the way that the ball is moving, the speed that it has, the back and forth, and almost the path of it. Like there's this resistance to it that doesn't make sense for how the floor probably is or should be.
They seem that they're trying to like communicate with a child spirit with the way that they're handling it, is I'm assuming. It's like, wow, you know, like they're coaxing it and talking to it in like the baby voice. So maybe they're trying to use the ball as like a trigger object, which is apparently successful in this video.
Given the type of ball, it's one of those kind of light rubber that you pump up. It's a smooth, and sometimes they do have a little bit of a wobble to them.
If you think about an inflatable ball, it has that area where you fill it. That space there is going to add weight to that one spot on the ball. And of course that weight is going to want to go down to the bottom.
They're those light rubber balls that you can buy at most grocery stores, and that are, I know, to be easily moved by any kind of wind or draft. So I really wonder if there are windows open somewhere.
And what's fascinating to me is her fingers are on it. She doesn't push, she doesn't give it a shove, and the ball just starts to move on its own volition.
I did not do anything but lift my hand off of it.
I could tell you how you could fake this right now. I'm not saying it's fake, but if I wanted to fake something, like I could take this ball and then put a heavier other ball inside of it, and as you roll it, the heavier ball would like create like its own traction, which would give it that weird, you know, movement. Like I said, I've never touched or seen this ball. I'm not in this room, so.
This ball was full, it was whole, there was nothing in the ball, and when I shook it, there was nothing that moved, there was no strange weight distribution, it was just a standard round plastic ball.
It just got pulled out of my hand. It just got completely pulled out of my hand.
Back the other way.
This is great. You're doing a great job. There's no grease. Can I send it back to Mike? You don't want Mike to know it? Can you send it back to Mike? Just for the record, the floor is completely level.
I can see how a ball like that could get caught into a small indentation on a floor that would cause it to roll in patterns. But what I can't explain is when it looks like it's physically pulled out from under her hand.
I would like to say that this is real because I have personally had interactions like this on other investigations, so I like that. But at the same time, you know, I'd have to test the environment, and it's hard to see in IR when directionally you're only seeing a spotlight of light, so you can't really gauge the environment that well.
I would just ask investigators to maybe push the test. Maybe bring balls that don't have that inflator valve on it. Bring billiard balls, tennis balls, racket balls, marbles. Anything where the surface, the whole sphere itself is equal weight all the way around, so that if that is the issue, it wouldn't come up.
There definitely could be some environmental factors at play here.
If there is an explanation for it that's not of the supernatural, I think it would be some sort of strange static. You know, I mean, it's a giant plastic ball. I don't know how that could work, but some sort of a strange static energy or a very strange path on the floor. But from what I've seen, neither of those two seem to be an overall scenario for what we're seeing. So I'm inclined to find this pretty legit.
Because I was there, I think this goes down as one of the finest pieces of actual paranormal activity caught on video, because I can't think of any natural explanation for what occurred. And when we tried to reproduce this to prove that it was a mistake and that the floor was uneven or there was a breeze in the room, we could not get anything even close to this to occur again.